Hey guys, how's it going? It's Pierre from SalomonFirearms training in Overwatch Security. Today I am doing a review on my 4th month being a YouTuber. As I promised you guys, I'll be updating you guys on my reflections on my YouTube journey. So that way, those of you who's interested in learning how to be a YouTuber and influencer and stuff like that, you can follow through. So yeah, my 4th month being a YouTuber. As I know, but am surprised, it's costing a lot of money. I know it costs a lot of money to start a business, but you don't know what you don't know, right? So I was kind of budgeting. I'm like, well, I'm not a serious, videographer. I'm not gonna do anything crazy. I'm gonna go through my phone and stuff like that. And then you just start ordering little things, and little things turn to medium things, and medium things. Like, well, if I'm going to spend that much money, then I might as well, pay the extra to get, quality equipment and things like that. And it ends up just being a ton of money. So my 4th month being on YouTube, I've been ordering a lot of stuff. You guys have been seeing the videos that I've been making, audio equipment, cameras, all just crap, wires and table mounts and all this stuff, and that thing is just costing just a lot of money. And that just reminds me of the things that I teach my students in our Entrepreneur Business Network courses, is that you've got to save. There's so many hidden expenses that you're unaware of, that if you just go in there blind and you're just like, oh, I'll pay as I go, and the expenses will really balloon out. So you have to budget out. I think now on this endeavor, because I'm doing my 4th month review, but I'm on month 8th. But I would say prior to like month 4, where was I at month 4? I'm probably spending about 10 grand, and I spent well over that now, and I'm kind of like all in, and that's really it's really frustrating, because I was trying to be like this low budget YouTuber, just do it when I can. I want to kind of dabble in, unlock another stream of revenue and slowly build that up while I do my firearm training and security. But it's costing so much money that it's like, no, I can't do this like passively. I need to be actively like engaged to make my money back. I'm just making too much money because I need a return on investment. I need my money to come back and not be in 10 years. So that has been really surprising to me, of how much my expenses have ballooned beyond my expectations. And I'm lucky enough to be at a point where I can afford them. But imagine you think something's gonna cost you, let me say, maybe 2 grand at most, and you've quadrupled your budget. Buying the phones were $1,700 because I want to record in 4K. Buying the mounts, buying the cameras, buying the mics, because I'm gonna start using the mics and stuff like that. So just buying all the equipment is just, the ring lights and things like that, just super over my budget that I was thinking in my head. Now, I didn't really sit down and write a budget, so I was just kind of ballparking in my head what I thought it would be. And it went from slowly being, yeah, I'm just gonna bullshit around my phone, to like, okay, now we need to be in our bag, we need to make money. Because like, it's wild. It's not passive. It's not a friendly little hobby type thing. Like, I'm deep in my bag in this investment, and I've got to flip that money. I've got to flip it. There's no way I'm spending all the money that I spent and not freaking, getting a return by the end of the year. So that's really put a lot of pressure on me to to do this for real. You guys saw the room that I unveiled and stuff like that. Redoing the floor, redoing the walls. All that shit costs thousands of dollars. And that's a small room. That's the crazy thing. It's not like ideally, I would have liked the room to be like 5 times the size that it is, right? But it's a tiny room, and it's costing so much money just to redo the floors, just to repaint it, just to buy the furniture to fill it in. And it reminds me all over again when I started my business. I started my business and I had like 2-3 months worth of savings, and I jumped in and I said YOLO. And that was one of the biggest mistakes I ever made in my life, because I got into debt. So I had excellent credit. I had like a 800 credit score. And so I had the swiping, the buying power. So then I found out that, I've got to buy the furniture. I've got to redo my shop. I've got to put the shit on the walls so I can hang my guns and people could come in. And it's like 20-30K later, you're like, whoa, I was not expecting that. So you went from a couple months to like 20K to build out your shop, 10 to 20K. And then now that's sitting on credit card. Now you're making minimum payments, which is not cool, because then you're going to pay 10 times the original amount you borrowed. So, and then I just got trapped in a cycle of debt that took me forever to get out of. And then this is why I teach in my classes, my business classes, you really got to budget. You really got to sit down, go online, and fucking Google, Amazon, whatever, and write down the price of every single item, so you could really get a real idea of how much it's gonna cost you. If I had the knowledge that I had now when I first started, I would have avoided so much headache and pain. Like, I was trapped for like 3 years in a cycle of debt. And it wasn't that I wasn't making money. Well, at one point I wasn't making money, but the money was never enough. Even if I had a decent amount, it all went into APR. It all went into bullshit. It all went into reinvesting back into the business, because I discovered this new thing that I needed, and that cost money. So starting this kind of like new venture of like being a YouTuber reminded me, I like low-key have PTSD from from my poor economic status at the beginning of my business. And starting YouTube all over again reminds me of that lesson that I learned. And that's why I don't owe anybody. I don't owe no debt. I don't borrow from nobody. I don't ever want to borrow. The only time I'm ever going to borrow money from somebody is when I buy my range and when I buy my motherfucking house. That's it. Those are the 2 loans I'm ever going to have. And then once I'm at a financial level, I will always, even if I borrow something for credit, I will always have that cash in reserve. And that's what I do now. I don't waste my money on drugs, alcohol, women, and, all the vices, that gambling, all the stuff, the vices that get men. That money is sitting in a money market savings account, and it's building interest, and it's making me money every month. And this reminds me of, everything in life is very expensive. A simple idea of, let me do a little YouTubing here and there while things are slow so I can unlock another stream of revenue. Boom, 20 grand deep. Now I'm like, oh shit, okay. Now I've got to do it for real. So yeah, budget, guys. Budget. Write down every single little item, down to the pencil. I got a pencil, I got a pen, I got chairs, I got table, I got pillows. Before you buy, Write all the shit down. Have all the links. Open up a Word document, put down all the links to everything you know, so you can get that full price. So you know if you got to go pick up a second job, or you got to freaking hit that OT. Maybe when your boss be calling you for them extra hours, you start picking them motherfuckers up, because you gotta pay to play. You gotta pay to play. And then, and that reminds me of why I don't have competition, right? If you want to be like, oh, Pierre's making money on YouTube, look at that stupid shit he's doing, I can do that too. That's the idea I had. Oh, look at these YouTubers, I could do that shit too. That's not dumb. And then they're like, oh, really, sir? Well, go ahead and you spend your 20 grand and you could join us online. And, and this is the lesson I'm learning over and over in business. A simple idea is hard to execute, and it will always cost more than you think. Doesn't matter what new initiative or endeavor I've done, it's always cost more than I think, and it's never as simple as I believe to implement in real life. And those are just facts. Those are facts you can't escape. And, it is what it is. So yeah, that's my economic lesson for my 4th month YouTubing. And then most people can't afford that. The average American is making $45K a year. So you can't drop half your fucking salary on a YouTube channel, right? That's gotta be your full-time gig. You don't want to be borrowing money. I mean, I am buying premium equipment. Like, you could obviously get the lower budget things, but I'm like, at that price, why wouldn't I pay an extra $50 or $100 to get the premium version of the product that I'm getting? Because I'm spending $200, $300. So if the premium version costs $350 and the lower end costs $300, why not spend the extra $50? So yeah. But write all that shit down. Check your bank accounts. Do not spend over your ability to pay that shit off. Slowly do it. And I've got all that gear, and I'm still on my iPhone. I'm recording on my iPhone right now through my car. So and the iPhones have great, oh man, that 4K video is amazing. I never really thought about you could do stuff on your phone. You can get clear videos and nice stuff and whatnot. So it's really cool that everything up close, the audio sounds really good. I've listened to the audios of my previous car recordings, and you guys can hear me loud and clear. There's no problem. And those are things that I wondered, and I'm just amazed at the production quality of what the iPhone has. I wanna record on my Samsung. I have the Galaxy S27, whatever they got now. So I want to do some videos on that, and I want to compare. So my next YouTube review, I'm gonna do that on my Samsung, and I'll compare and contrast what I have. Why doesn't this tell me the type of phone it is? Whatever, it's the phone I did the YouTube review on. I don't care about phones. I'm not one of those people where every year I've got to get the latest model. It's like I buy it and I use it till it literally breaks. And that usually takes about 5 years. And if I buy a phone every 5 years, I'm pleasantly surprised at all the new features and updates that phones have made in that half a decade. So, what else have I learned? It's been really nice to be learning new equipment and new software. That's one thing I like about entrepreneurship, is that I'm always learning something new. You know, when I think about my old jobs, you know, I used to get bored very easily. Like, I'm somebody that's very intelligent. It doesn't take me a lot to learn and to master things. And like, once I learn my job and I have the experience to do my job well, and now I'm like, okay, what's next? I did my job. I know how to do it now. I'm crushing it. I'm killing it. I'm doing it better than my peers, you know, doing it just as good or better than the guy who's been here 10 years and I'm just on year 1 and I'm producing the same content. Now what? So intellectually, I've always been bored with like the jobs that I have. And that's one of the reasons why I got out the army, right? You're just sitting there, hurry up and wait. You're just sitting around PMCSing vehicles. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, yo, I woke up at 4 in the fucking morning to hurry up and get to drill by 6 and do all this shit. I gotta bring all this shit so we can do inventory of my equipment and yada, yada, yada. And then we sit here all day and then we do nothing. I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Life is too short to be sitting here and fucking staring at the wall until it's time to go home. And that's not the way it should be, but that's the way it is, you know? Or they'll find some random shit for you to do. It's like, no, how about I go do the shit I joined the army to do? Fucking fuck shit up or support the people that's fucking shit up, right? So we should be doing our jobs in the army. And I wasn't doing that, so I was intellectually bored. I'm sitting there and, you know, just waiting for time to go by. And, you know, I'm a sergeant now, so it's like, damn, I can't sham like an E4. Right? As an E4, you got no responsibility. You can just sham away. Well, once you hit that NCO corps, you know, you gotta step up to the plate. And, you know, that's why I got out. I was just like, what am I doing in the army? What am I learning? How am I developing? What's that self-development? And then for me to go obtain those things in the army, I would have to restart my career again, and I wasn't interested in that. I didn't want to go active and go down to being lower enlisted and do all this bullshit and yada yada. But I say all that to say this. Entrepreneurship, I'm always learning something new. There's a new challenge. I'm not bored. Now I'm learning how to set up fucking video cords to a camera. I'm building things that I have no idea about, and, you know, I've got to read the manual. And, you know, so my brain is always churning. I don't have a moment to feel like I'm not doing nothing. In fact, it's the complete opposite. Every day that I go to sleep, I'm like, damn, I didn't finish all the work that I had to do. And that took me a very long time to accept that I would go to bed and not do everything I needed to do. And there was always gonna be, you never finish, you never complete your task. You're never like, I'm done. Because, you know, you do dumb shit like this. You decide to open up a YouTube channel and go for real. Because, like, as business, you've got to open streams of revenue. COVID showed us, you know, if you went online, people for a long time said, oh, brick and mortar, that's the way to be, you know. And then if you didn't have an online presence, if you weren't on people's phones and apps, you died. Your business died, you know. So what's going to be the next COVID in 5 years? In 2008, there was the economic, you know, crash. And same shit happened. So COVID just ended. That means in 10 years, there's going to be the next crazy thing to happen to make life hard. Are you setting up your business and being prepared to deal with that hardship? So, like, if I had only one business, I would have struggled really hard. There are moments in my entrepreneurship journey where I relied heavily on the firearm training end, and then there are times where I heavily leaned on the security end. And if I didn't have either, when those businesses were slow, I don't know what I would have done. I don't. And so I understand the importance of setting up that next structure. And it's very annoying, it's very costly, there's a lot to learn, but you've got to set in that foundation so that in 5 years from now, 10 years from now, when the world is, going to shit, that you're prepared and you're ready for that. Or you're ready for growth, right? Maybe every day I miss opportunities that I'm not prepared for because my company's too small, or I didn't have this equipment and things like that. And then in my mind, I'm like, damn, I should have, I should have been ready for that, so. But yeah, so I'm adding this third stream of revenue, which is gonna be online. And, hopefully it all works out. And I'm going to work hard to make sure that it works out, But it's fun. It's challenging and fun to learn new things. Learning all the different stuff that I'm buying. And for a moment, it felt really cool because I kept getting packages. And, I heard people talk about retail therapy, and I never understood that. I'm like, why would you go buy a bunch of random shit that you don't need? Like, why would you do retail therapy like that? That doesn't sound smart. But when I was buying all the stuff for the YouTube stuff, it felt nice. I was like, ooh, I got a package today. And, I'm putting it in a corner somewhere. And then I'm doing unboxing videos. And I'm like, So there was a joy. There was that moment of continuous joy of getting something in the mail, opening it up, knowing that I'm going to be able to do a video out of it and stuff like that. So that was super cool for a little while. Obviously, if you look at the bill, you're gonna cry. But it was nice. It was nice to get a ton of packages and stuff, and unboxing them. That was super cool for a little bit. So I kind of understand now, retail therapy. But I think you should only do it for things that you need. Things that you need. You shouldn't be doing it for random crap. Like, what I wouldn't just go online. Like, usually people will be like, oh, they'll be shopping for clothes and stuff. Like, I dated girls where they had a walk-in closet and they had clothes with tags on it that they had for years. And I'm like, why are you buying more clothes? You're adding to the pile. And, so it was not like that. But, like, things that you need, it's nice to have it ordered in and come in, and super cool. So, so that's really been my 4th month, just ordering a bunch of stuff and getting set up to do like professional production and things like that. And I've still got a long way to go, right? So I'm thinking about the complexities of the videos that I want to do, how I want to get multiple angles and things like that. I'm gonna have to pay an editor to edit the video, because you just got too much. Like right now I'm doing the little video, but this is simple right here, right? But if I'm shooting at the range and people are, you're getting the angle of me shooting my target, then you're getting the angle of the target being hit, and then you're getting the angle of me instructing and things like that. Like, that's 3 different camera views. And at some point, I'm gonna be unable to edit all the footage myself, and I'm gonna have to pass that on to a third-party individual who who that's their profession to do, that's their expertise. And And that's going to cost more money. So hopefully by that time, we're generating revenue, we're generating income, so that way the business is sustaining. Because right now I'm investing into this YouTube, but YouTube is not making, I'm not getting returns on investment yet. So hopefully by the time we get through that point and we do all these little videos that I'm doing right now that don't require anybody else and don't require a lot of manual labor, hopefully by then I will have the subscribers and the view count and make the money. What I'm expecting is that one video is gonna blow up. That's usually what happens when you see people blow up on YouTube. They will be on YouTube for years doing videos, slowly growing an audience, and then one video goes viral. Boom, you got 1 million views, 5 million views, 10 million views, and now people are watching all their old stuff, and then and then now they make it. So I'm expecting that's what's gonna happen as I create content and I'm making videos and people are liking and watching what I do. That one video is gonna go viral. That's gonna be like, thank you, Jesus. I can now just be in front of this camera full time. And that would be nice. That would be nice to make the money I'm making right now just doing YouTube videos, which is hard. Any type of job is hard, but choose your hard. I've worked a lot of jobs in my life. I've done manual labor. I've been in the military. I've experienced all types of hard. But the hard of just being in my car and talking into a camera and making money, that's a different level of hard. If my hard is editing videos, I will choose that hard over and over again. If I could just talk shit to a camera, build an audience, and make the same money that I'm making, then God bless America. Right? I'm definitely choosing that hard. So yeah. Damn, this rain is coming down. So I think that's my cue. So I don't know how rain will affect the sound of the video. So I'm gonna yell. So if I'm yelling and it's very loud, I'm sorry. I don't know how rain affects the sound quality, because it's falling down pretty bad now. So I don't know, but that's a learning opportunity. Maybe the iPhone blocks out the rain and you only hear my voice, or maybe you hear all of that, because I'm seeing all of it. It's pretty bad. So yeah, so hopefully, we'll find out. So hopefully it doesn't mess up the noise that bad, but we'll find out. So I gave myself a 30-minute video on these review things. I'm at 28 minutes now. So thank you if you made it to the end. I appreciate you listening to me and learning. If you like our videos, please like, comment, subscribe. Go to our website, book a class. Go to Firearms training page, see the courses, then go to our schedule, book a class, or call us. All our company info is in the bottom of the video. So just give us a call or text, and and we'll be happy to answer any questions you have. And hopefully we'll see you in a class. So I'll turn the video around quickly so you can see what I'm looking at. This is what I see right here. So it's pretty bad. So yeah, thank you guys. Pierre, SalomonFirearms, training and Overwatch security. We out here. We representing for our Haitian community, Leaf Village Gang, U.S. Army, Army Strong. Peace.